welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. And if you're, what is that? I know it's been like a really long time since I posted on YouTube. It's been my first year of college. Like, it was a lot of adjusting to do, like having to keep up with my grades. I work 2 jobs. Yeah, so when you have like all this stuff, like YouTube was like really just not a priority to me. Like, this is not something that I prioritize because I don't make like a living off of it. I could, but like as of right now I don't. Just do YouTube for fun, like whenever I feel like it, basically. But now I'm trying to get back more consistent because I want to like kind of switch my channel over to like more beauty related content, like beauty and fashion related. You guys don't know, I did launch my makeup business earlier this year. This was like trying to get everything like settled and figured out with that. But today's video, I'm getting ready to go out to dinner. With that, like I want to record my makeup routine and give y'all a little tutorial. I'm gonna give y'all my soft glam tutorial step by step. First I need to lay my edges because I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just clean my face off really quick, do my edges, and then we gonna get started. So now we really finna get into it. Usually when I'm doing a full face, I would like to do it right after my skincare routine. Since I did my skincare routine earlier though, I'm just gonna like clean my face off with some micellar water, and then we're gonna like re-moisturize. I use the Garnier micellar cleansing water, the all-in-one waterproof one. It's the blue bottle. I just use this one because when I'm not wearing my lash clusters, I be wearing mascara and it like helps get the mascara off a lot easier. I actually have to show y'all what I got from Ulta because we will be using some of that stuff in today's tutorial. Didn't get that much this time. I only got 3 things. I got this Good Molecules Yerba Wake Up Eye Gel. My roommate said it works really good. I guess it's for like reducing like the puffiness under your eyes. It's only $6, so I mean. Next, I wanted to try out this ColourPop press powder. Let me show y'all. Right now I just have the Maybelline press powder. This one is just a bit more upscale than that one. So yeah, we'll be trying her out today. Last but not least, I got my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Usually I get the regular one, but this time I got the ultra matte one. See like how well it compares to the one size mattifying setting spray. So we'll see. But this was also on sale for I think like 20 something dollars. It usually goes for like 36, so I had to get it, and I feel like it's a pretty good size. Like, this should last me a bit. I'll say like even if you're oily, because I'm oily, so even if you have oily skin, you still need to make sure that you're moisturizing your skin before you start doing your makeup. Your skin can be naturally oily, but when you're putting like all of these powders and like all of these products on top of your face, like it is bound to dry you out if you don't have enough moisturizer. So girl, you gotta stay moisturized so your makeup doesn't crack and start looking crazy. You can see like I'm all moisturized. Next step is optional, but I just do it because this is how I like to do my eyebrows. With my e.l.f. brow lift, and like I go ahead and put it on my eyebrows. Eyebrows are one of the last steps I do in my routine, filling them in. So by the time I get to that step, they're already like nice and like set in stone. So that way I can just fill them in and be done. For like my soft glam routines or whatever, I don't really like to go in with like concealer to clean up the eyebrows. I'll just do like a quick fill in and like clean them up, make them look good. But I don't really be carving them out when I do my soft glams. It takes like the soft look away, if that makes sense. Like, go in with our primer. I personally use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I think one day I'll eventually try like a more upscale primer, but so far she has never failed me. Like, I love it, and it's so affordable. Put the primer on, like don't just be doing little dots. Like, you need to make sure you cover every area evenly with the primer. After our primer, we're gonna go in with our foundation, and today I will be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 334. I like to put on any product really is I like to put it on my hand first, and then like I'll distribute it from there. That way like I'm not using unnecessary product. Also, like all the brushes, well, most of the brushes, some are Real Technique, some are Real Technique dupes that I got from Shein. But let me just tell y'all, like the Shein ones work just as good as the Real Technique ones. So do what you want with that information. Make sure I hit like my darkest areas first with the foundation, and then go from there. Also want to make sure you hit your neck, because you can't walk out the house with your face and your neck looking two different colors. I really barely hit my nose with foundation just because already like so much other stuff gets put on my nose. Make sure you hit your hairline as well. So after you get your foundation down with the brush, you want to go in with the beauty blender. Brush can like leave streaks that like can show on your face, so I always just like to go in with the beauty blender after. So this is what we look like so far with just the foundation. Next, I like to do like a bit of underpainting with my soft glams. So we're gonna go in with the Juvia's Place cream bronzer in the shade Amber. And I kind of just like tap it into the palette, and then this is like a technique that I really use like every single time because it always just gives me like that snatch look. I'm blending my bronzer and my blush. I always make sure to suck in my cheeks like this, because you can see exactly where your cheek line, see exactly where your cheekbone is. A lot of people just think that like contour only exists, but I would say like they're pretty much the same thing. I just feel like contour is more like for definition, and bronzer is to like give you like that warmth back into your face. This cream bronzer specifically is like really pigmented, so I don't have to use a lot of it. I literally just like tap my brush into the palette one time. I also do like put it up on my forehead a bit, on the perimeters of my forehead. And one last thing I do with the cream bronzer is I go ahead and start carving out like my nose contour with it. I like to have a button nose look when I do my makeup. So how you do that is like you just start at like the tip of your nose, and you would like draw a circle at the tip of your nose like that. From there, I just go ahead and drag it up and connect it with my eyebrows. But you want to make sure you do this in like a straight line. Tap it in to blend it. And I also take the bronzer and like blend it into my eyebrows a bit. So that's all we're going to do for cream bronzer. And now we're going to move on to liquid blush. Wow, look at this color. Like, I'm literally obsessed. Ever since I got this one specifically right here, it's been the only blush I've been using. Like, it's so good. This is in the shade Blush Lily. Like into makeup like how I am, then you probably have seen this blush already like on TikTok, because like people been trying it out, and it is so pigmented. Like, you literally do not need a lot. Like, I only use a dot on each side every time. And liquid blush, I go in with like a angled brush like this one. Start by patting it in, and then I take it up to meet with my hairline, and then I come back down and like blend it in with the cream bronzer. I will go under my eye a little bit with it too, like that. I do like to put a little bit on my nose. Like, I just think it looks so cute. Your makeup should be looking something like this right now. I know it looks a bit crazy, but trust me, we're about to bring it all together. Now we're going to move on to concealers. I'll be using two concealers today. For my base concealer, I'll be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. And then for my brightening concealer, I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in the shade Sand. First, I go in with this because it's a bit more close to my skin tone. And I like to just put this one under my eyes. and then I'll put it like on my nose, bridge, and on my chin. And personally, I don't like for my concealer to dry down before I blend it out, because I don't know, I just feel like every time I do that, like my makeup just always looks like mad dry, and it's like hard to blend the concealer and just all this other stuff. Like I'd rather just blend it out right away. This part, you really want to take your time, and you really just want to make sure you're hitting those correct placements for your concealer. I like to bring it down my nose a little bit just to add on to that reverse contour. You're going directly under your eye. You want to make sure you're tapping carefully but firmly. And the other side, same thing. It doesn't even matter what products you use, as long as you got your techniques and you take your time. Really, it's gonna turn out good. Like, it's gonna turn out good. This concealer is literally what, like $8. Then we do the nose, and I kind of bring that up and blend it into the eyebrows and a little bit above the eyebrows. Should be looking something like this now. I'm gonna go back in with the beauty blender and just go over all of the spots that the concealer is in. And just look at how like this side looks in comparison to this one. This is before the beauty blender, this is after the beauty blender. Like, see, I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go in with the pressed powder. This step is optional, but I really just like to do this before I put on any of my powder products, because I feel like a pressed powder over my whole face first. I noticed that like my powder products, like they transfer onto my face way more smoother and easier. If you don't want to use a pressed powder, you can just go straight into the setting powder, but I'm telling you, to get like that blurred look, you're gonna want to go in with that pressed powder first. Usually for my pressed powder, I would go in with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 330, but today we're gonna try the ColourPop one and see how I like this one, because I've just been meaning to try a new pressed powder. So looking at them, it looks like they're about the same shade, so we're just gonna see how the quality of this one does compared to the Maybelline. For this part, I go in with like kind of a fluffy brush, like the way this one looks, and you just pat, 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 and you're gonna want to go over all the spots that you put concealer on. Oh, this coverage is really eating. I'll see how it's just like blurry. Ooh. This looks good as... Ooh. Y'all, I think I just found a new pressed powder. Oh, gee. To put a bit on my eyelids just to take that shine away. Boom. Now we go in with our powder products. So we're gonna go in with our powder bronzer. This is the Juvia's Place palette in the shade 10, and I usually go in with this second color, as y'all can see, like it's tap and pan. For my powder bronzer, I go in with like an angled brush, and I kind of just start in the middle and then like work my way up. Also just define the nose contour a bit more. You are doing that nose contour, you want to make sure that you're blending it out into your concealer so there's no like harsh lines. So that looks pretty good. And now we're gonna go in with our powder blush. My nose again. After you go in with your powder and your bronzer, you want to go back in with your setting, not your setting powder, your pressed powder. And you want to just define like your cheekbone to give it that snatch look like. Buff it out so it can look a bit more natural. Like that. Next, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. I'm using the One Size setting powder in the shade Sweet Honey. I don't usually bake with this since I already have on some pressed powder. I just do like a thin little coat of some setting powder just to really get that under eye looking blurred. I pat it on my hand first just to get all of that excess off, and then we're just gonna put it in the same places that your concealer was at. Now the face is getting blurred. Hello? That's when I finally go in and fill in my eyebrows, because I just feel like it's pointless to do it before because I like blend all of this extra product up into them. So I always just do it like as one of my last steps, and I really just like line them up because I make sure to keep my eyebrows plucked. So all I have to do really is just like line them up and get them looking how I want them to pull on my face. When I do my eyebrows, when you're just going like this, like the skin is like too loose, but when you're doing this, you can get like a more precise draw. Towards the front, I do like more lighter traces. And it's really just like I don't really have a set routine for my eyebrows. I kind of just play with them until they look how I want them to. And then I just brush it out. This eyebrow is like my trouble brow. Maybe it's because I'm left-handed and it's my left brow, but this is just always the one I struggle with. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get. After that, I just take my same brush that I use my pressed powder for over the beginning of my brows. I cannot leave the house without my highlighter. Like if I'm doing my makeup, I have one highlighter. Like it's a non-negotiable. So for my highlighter, I actually use like an eyeshadow palette. I use the Warriors by Juvia, and my favorite one to go in with for my highlighter is this top left one. It's called Amina. Take some. It's very pigmented, so I don't take a lot, but I'll put it on the tip of my nose and then kind of rub that in. Then I'll take it up my nose and rub that in too. I think I put it in the corner of my eyes. I just always do this. I don't know. I think it's so cute. And it's like, I don't know, it's just like a cute little finishing touch. You're gonna go back in with your blush, but you're gonna take a smaller brush like this one and like put it on the outer, on like the outer area of your eyelid. So it kind of looks like your blush is like blending into your eyes. Like y'all see the vision? Like come on now. Yup. This looks so good. We just have mascara to do and then setting spray. My mascara, I never switch up. I use the same one. It's the Essence Princess Lash. Love her. Just go in with this on the bottom. I really like how bottom lashes look like. I feel like they just complete a look. So we're all done. I'm just going to brush out my lash clusters really quick. I usually use my One Size mattifying setting spray, but today we're gonna use the Urban Decay one and see how it compares. All right. If you're a girly who does your makeup a lot, I really suggest investing in a fan. It speeds up so many processes. Like I use it for my skincare, my makeup, when I'm hot. Like just get y'all a mini fan. Like it was literally only like $7 on Amazon. Ooh, the face is giving matte. I'll tell you that much. This literally looks just how it looks when I use my One Size. So now we go in with our lip combo. Like the face is not complete without the lip. Oh. No! Okay, Okay, so first things first, I go in with the black lip liner. A lot of people like to use dark brown, but I don't know, black gives me the results I want, and dark brown, it just kind of makes my lips look like ashy, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but yeah. So this is just with the liner so far, and then I like to go in and like put some of the glitter that I used for my highlight on my lips a bit. Last but not least, I go in with my e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. And yeah, all done. Here is the finished look. As y'all can see, it's giving like face is real bead, like yes. And this is just what I do every time I do my makeup, and it eats every time. Like, I get compliments literally every single time I do my makeup. Never fails. I was not me, I would be taking advice from me, because hello. In this paradise, don't believe in paradise. This must be what hell is like. There's got to be more. Let me know if y'all have any questions or concerns in the comment section, like if I missed telling y'all the product, or like just anything. Like, I will answer y'all questions for real. But yeah, y'all, that was it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I plan to be doing a lot more of like makeup, beauty related content, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Find something worth saving. It's so